My first memories of Nana are as a little boy, when David and I would be taken home for the weekend. We would ride the roller coaster road, and Nana would tell us stories. She always had such fabulous stories. She actually recorded those at some time later so we could listen to them when we weren't with her. I think she worked at the General Conference as a secretary at that time. We went home either in Maryland or Virginia, I don't remember which. But we loved going to Nana's house because they would take us to McDonald's and we would get a chance to order our French fries and milkshakes, and we'd also order ketchup and straws and napkins. We had a great time. I remember fishing with Papa, and I remember always Nana's stories. We lived with Nana probably my fourth grade year in North Carolina, and the second half of sixth grade in Illinois. And during that time, Nana read us many stories before bed. We read the Sam Campbell stories. We read Lad, the dog. I remember stories about the bluebirds and about bunnies. And I remember a book, The Wild Animals of Africa. I remember that book because some mornings, I don't know if it was when I was in fourth grade or when I was in sixth grade, but I would wake up in the morning, and 5 o'clock in the morning, there's a light on from the office. And so I walked down the hallway, and there's Nana, and she's studying the Bible. Every morning she would study the Bible for about an hour. And I remember she had that pencil, that half blue, half red pencil, and she'd be underlining things. And so I would sit in the hallway, and I'd read this Wild Animals of Africa book by the light coming from her office while she was reading the Bible, and I'd probably fall asleep again. But I remember doing that every day. She always had flower gardens. If she wasn't in studying the Bible or cooking, she was out working with her flowers, the most beautiful flower gardens. I remember in my fifth grade year, I almost flunked. And I remember Nana spending the entire summer working with me on my math, just so I wouldn't fail. Nana was amazing. She'd also help us practice our piano, and so we'd sit down and we'd play. And if we made a mistake, she would pinch our butts. We really hated that, but she was so wonderful. She lived close to us when I was in 7th and 8th grade in Oklahoma, and then when I was at Ozark Academy in Arkansas, she also lived probably 10th, 11th, and 12th grade there. And so on the weekends they lived close to us, and so we would go over. When David was there, David and I would go over for, and Stephen and Missy later, would go and eat lunch with them. And then I always made mashed potatoes and cream cheese pie, and sometimes she'd make the Norwegian hot dish. And she always, when you were sick, she would put lemon and honey. She would burn the toast and say she claimed she loved it. And I remember Nana always saying at the meal, "This is good if I have to say so myself." Well, Nana, you don't have to say so yourself. The food is always good. You'll be missed. There's a hole in my life. There has been for some time, but it won't be for long. Jesus is coming back, and when he does, we'll eat food again together. I love you.